Hey folks, welcome to Fyreflye's Follies. I hope you enjoy the video today. If you do, don't forget to give me a big thumbs up. Today we are making Mississippi mud cake. My granny made this for me on my birthday every year till I was probably 15, and now Heather is going to recreate this cake for us. So we're going to start with 2 sticks of melted butter.
In a pan.
In a pan. We're going to blend that butter with a 1/4 cup of cocoa, a teaspoon of vanilla, and if you want coconut, which we're not putting in it, you add a cup of coconut, and we're going to mix that all together real well.
And we'll just country measure it.
That works. Granny would just eyeball it.
Just eyeball it. That's what we did.
She did everything by guess and by gosh. That's what she used to tell me. I'd ask her, how much did you use? Well, I don't know, about this much.
Okay, so you said a teaspoon of vanilla?
Yes, ma'am. Teaspoon of vanilla.
How about 1/2 teaspoons?
That works too. So I have been back in Arkansas for 13 days on vacation, and I have seen so many family members, and we have done so much cool stuff, and for the next 2 days I get to hang out with Heather, and I'm so excited about this.
We're gonna have so much fun. Do a lot of just downtime stuff.
Yes, absolutely.
So this is not gonna be any kind of professional way. So is this what I'm doing? I'm just blending. It's melted, so I don't need to do anything else but
just blend it together.
Just blend it.
Okay. And then it says to combine the flour, which is 1.5 cups of flour.
And we're all-purpose, right?
Yep. Well, it doesn't say, but
we're
going to go with it.
That means I'm not sure that they used a whole lot of self-rising.
No, I remember Grandma put baking soda and baking powder in everything. So I'm going to go with it. Sody, baking soda.
Baking soda.
Everything got soda. Her biscuits even got soda put in them. They were so good.
Okay, so 1.5.
1.5 cups of flour.
I wonder how long it took somebody to get this recipe down. Like just, okay, Granny, you're going to have to try to guess. We're going to have to try to measure.
Well, since it's my handwriting, I seem to remember doing this.
You did that?
Yep. She would put something in a bowl and about how much she wanted, and I'd take the bowl and dump it into measuring cups.
And figure it out?
Yeah.
Okay, so
all right.
Flour.
2 cups of sugar.
2 cups of sugar.
It's a very rich cake, by the way. We'll just throw that out there. It's a very rich cake.
I've had a Mississippi mud cake, and they are very rich, but so good.
And 4 eggs.
And 4 eggs. That's the wrong thing. Very simple recipe.
And then we put layers of frosting on it when it comes out of the oven.
What could be wrong with that?
So what we're going to do is we're going to mix the flour, the sugar, and the eggs with the cocoa, the butter, and the vanilla. And we're going to put it in a pan, and we are going to bake it at 350 degrees for 35 to 45 minutes.
Okay, so 4 eggs are going in.
All right, and we're going to blend those together, and then we are going to add the cocoa mixture to it. We're doing by guess and by gosh cooking tonight too, because when I wrote these instructions, I was trying to keep up with Granny as she made the cake. So my instructions are pretty simple. Blend these together, blend the others together, and mix them together, and then bake at 350 degrees for 35 to 45 minutes.
Just do it.
Well, that's the way Granny always cooked.
That's the way I cook. Just normally, just cook. I don't know, just guess. we're going into a
350 degree oven for 35 to 45 minutes, and we'll check it to make sure when the center is done.
Okay.
And then we'll come back and we will frost it. Alright, so now that the cake is done, we're going to take a jar of marshmallow fluff or marshmallow cream. And while it is still hot, we're going to spread the jar of marshmallow cream on it.
Now this is nice and messy.
It is very messy, and it's going to melt into it and be so rich and delicious. And I have to figure out how to cut this recipe down to make it for one person. Or maybe to make a cupcake.
Good luck. Okay, so with marshmallow on my hands,
we're just going to spread it out in an even layer as it melts, I guess, sort of.
okay.
And then we're going to let it cool a little bit, and we'll put the icing on it.
Marshmallow fluff. Did you ever just like eat it out of the jar? My mom used to get mad at me for...
Yes. I have eaten marshmallow fluff out of the jar. I've eaten marshmallow and peanut butter sandwiches.
What?
On toast.
Oh, I bet that's good.
Make it like a grilled cheese sandwich, but put peanut butter and marshmallow fluff in it. Oh, it's so good.
I think I could like that.
Alright, so now that we've spread the marshmallow fluff on while it was still hot, we're going to make the icing and spread it on. So we're going to start with a stick of melted butter, and we're going to add a box of powdered sugar, or in this case 2 cups of powdered sugar, and a teaspoon of vanilla, a cup of chopped pecans, and 4 to 6 teaspoons of evaporated milk 4 to 6 tablespoons of evaporated milk to make it nice and smooth.
If I can get this in here. This is how, you cook a lot when you have plastic canisters of powdered sugar.
I can't say anything. I have half-gallon mason jars.
Okay, so.
Alright, so we have the butter and the sugar in. We're going to add a teaspoon of vanilla.
Oh, teaspoon of vanilla. Here, we're just going to, I'm just going to eyeball it in this.
Country it. It's good.
It might be a little bit more of it.
That's okay. Vanilla's a good thing. And we need a cup of chopped pecans.
How much of this? I think we could just put this.
There is no such thing as too many pecans.
True, so we're just going to put that whole thing in there.
Or pecans, or whatever it is that you want to call it.
So I saw this thing the other day that there are like 6 different variations of how people say
Yes, there are.
pecans.
There absolutely are.
Okay, so how much milk?
Alright, so let's start with 4 tablespoons. It says 4 to 6 tablespoons of evaporated milk go in. And we need to have it a spreadable, thin consistency, so we might need to add a couple more after the 4.
I just added a little bit of extra.
That's alright. We're eyeballing.
We're eyeballing. What'd you call it?
What did I call what?
By gosh and...
By guess and by gosh.
Okay.
By guess and by gosh.
Okay, so I put butter, sugar, pecans, vanilla, and milk.
Yep.
Is that it?
That's it. And then we're going to mix it until it's smooth, and if necessary, we'll add a couple more tablespoons of the evaporated milk. Or pet milk.
Mixing our cocoa, aren't we?
We are. We need a 1/4 cup of cocoa.
Like, that doesn't look right.
Yes, we need a 1/4 cup of cocoa.
1/4 cup of cocoa.
This is what happens when we get started talking after we haven't seen each other for 3 or 4 years and we're trying to cook and talk at the same time.
Very true. I think I'm gonna add just a little bit more.
All right.
That didn't look like a full. All right, so here we go.
Now we're just going to pour it across the top, and then we're going to chill it for 2 hours, it says. Or cool for 2 hours.
Oh, I'm a little scared.
Why?
Because that's our chickens.
Oh.
Now you know your country. Now you know you're in the country. The chickens are scratching at the door.
And then we just want to spread it as best we can in with the marshmallow.
So did you make this with your granny?
I did. I did. Not until I was a little bit older. When I was about 7 or 8, she started teaching me how to peel potatoes. And that was the first thing that she did, was taught me how to peel potatoes.
Mm-hmm.
Now, when I was little, she let me fill jars. When I was, little, she let me fill jars. And then when I got a little older, she taught me how to peel potatoes. And I was probably 7 or 8 when she taught me how to peel potatoes. And I'd stand in one of those chairs at the sink, and I would peel potatoes. And if we had extra, we'd make tater cakes. And I figured out pretty quick to peel some extra potatoes because she'd mash them up and make tater cakes.
Because you wanted those tater cakes.
Yeah. And then when I was about, I think for my 12th birthday, I told her that I could do it. And I couldn't, of course, but she let me try. She helped.
Okay, that didn't really mix up like I would want it to.
That actually looks right.
Does it look right?
It does.
Let's see if we can get a little bit more.
Yeah, that actually looks right.
All right. You want to see if that tastes right?
Yes, ma'am.
Oh my.
That tastes exactly right.
Oh my. Okay, so are we chilling this in the fridge?
No, we just let it sit for about 2 hours.
Okay.
And it will finish cooling down, and then we'll be able to eat it. And once we get ready to cut some slices out of it, we will bring you back and show you how it turned out. Alright, so the cake has cooled for about 2 hours. And now we're going to take out a slice and see how this turned out. So there you have it, my grandmother's Mississippi mud cake. Beautiful layers, cake, marshmallow, and fudge icing. I really hope that you enjoyed the video today, and I apologize for all of the audio issues that I had. If you enjoyed it, don't forget to give it a big thumbs up. That really does help my channel out a lot. If you leave a comment, I appreciate it. That gets me seen out there by YouTube. I hope that you'll subscribe and stick around for a while, and if you hit the bell, you'll be notified when I upload a new video. Thank you so much for watching today. Have a great day.